Hello, my dear friend, and welcome to another episode of Creative Keepsakes. Here I have done a painting from Edward Hopper's painting. I've taken inspiration and I painted mine on silk with exactly the same watercolors that I use on paper. So they are actually iron on, so they stay on silk, they stay put. You probably won't be able to see in the video, but on the sand on the beach, I used slight gold shimmery paint I mixed. If you remember in the previous videos, when I do the outline, I have this gold outliner that I use on silk so that it's like protects one surface from another. So if I'm doing blue, that line is used here to stop the color from bleeding through. So I used a bit of that gold to highlight some of the darker details here and also on the beach, like where light would hit it, and it just looks amazing. I done exactly the same painting for my brother, and my dad kindly made a frame for it, so it sits in my brother's bedroom, and it's also taken the inspiration from Edward Hopper, which is just I just love the scene, love the watercolors, love the lighthouses and the boats. It has so many meanings that are personal to me, and that painting always spoke so much to me. So what I did is I recreated it on silk. So you can actually paint real artwork on silk. This is just an ordinary silk. Here I probably tested the colors. And this is what happens when you put a wet brush on silk. The color runs in every direction. So depending on how wet your brush is, how loaded with paint, you have to be cautious then not to overrun and not to overload your brush with paint and with water, because these techniques use a lot of water in, so the brush is fairly wet. What I would do, I would use probably fewer lighter washes rather than just one wash, because you cannot achieve the density of color even with darker colors with just one layer of color. So you have to do multiple layers there, and you have to allow it to dry enough but not too much if you want to have this effect that looks like real water would, to behave like a real water. And obviously on the sky I did the same thing, just much lighter, so much more water inside my paint, and then it has produced this lovely sort of hazy sky effect. And for the building I used white paint, and the white one is not transparent, so this white is not transparent, so it was able to achieve this look of, like, you know, proper sails on a boat, rather than the silk is transparent. Do you see that? So the silk, if I just left it white, it wouldn't be white enough, so I used white on top here. So there you have it. I hope that you like it, and I'm showing you a couple of these paintings. I will do more in the videos to come, just to show you how easy they are to look after. I actually wash them by hand. All my silk is washed, and then you iron it when it's wet, and that way you get it completely perfectly straight. This one has been folded for storage because it isn't framed at the moment, this one. I took it out of the frame because I don't have room in my place here in the house where I live at the moment. So I think it's safer like this. but if you frame it straight away, then you wouldn't need to wash it. I just wanted to show you how transparent, how durable silk is, and how beautiful as an artwork. So thank you for joining me, and as ever, if you have any questions, please just feel free to drop them in the comments. Thank you for joining me, and see you tomorrow.